Hi, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to um, Back to School Night for students in fourth period. This is Mr. Prince. This is the Yearbook Journalism class, and this meeting is for the parents and students of this class. This is my meet and greet. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chris Prince. I've been a teacher at Mendes for 14 years, and I'm one of the founders of that started the school, Mendes High School, when we opened up about 10 years ago. I've taught a lot of different subjects at Mendes, English Apex, theater, computers, and I've been primarily focused in the last 5 or 6 years on computers technology and graphic design. So I'm the yearbook teacher and a digital design teacher. So today's meeting is primarily just to give parents information. So the agenda I have is to give you information about schedule, some resources for parents, explain what the class is about, show some student work samples, and at the end give you my email so you can send me any questions and I can respond with any other information you might need. So let me get started. Very quickly, just talking about the schedule. If you haven't already received it or know about it, we are in a quarter system, so we only meet for 3 classes every day. Not 6 classes, but 3 classes. And since we're in the second quarter, we're meeting for periods 4, 5, and 6 only. And that's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, we don't meet face to face, but students do have classes. And these are the times we meet from 9 to 10. The yearbook class meets from 9 to 10:15 every day. We also have homeroom so that I can give students other activities related to college applications and other things that are make school a little more wholesome. So the calendar for this quarter is from October 19th to December 18th. Classes, like I said, meet 4 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have 1 hour in between each class. And if students have an AP class and need to meet for the other 3 classes, then they have the hour after class, which is around 2 p.m. So they can check in with those teachers. On Wednesdays, I'll say this, and I've repeated it to my students before, and when I've had to call parents before, that even though we don't meet face to face, students still need to sit down at the computer and do work. So they need to log in because we do take attendance and we do check that they're logging in to do work. So we call it asynchronous learning. We're not seeing each other face to face, but we give them an opportunity to catch up on work, do independent work, get tutoring, and some teachers do give additional work at that time. Um, so, some resources for parents. I want to remind every parent that there is a portal they can use. This is the URL, this is the internet address, and you can sign up to be in a portal that allows you to check your students' grades, your students' attendance, your students' homework. Um, and it's very simple. You just need to have your own email address. You go on it to sign up. If you need help signing up, there you should find some information there, but there's also a hotline you can call to get help, and it's very useful because that way you can stay on top of whether your kid is being marked present, whether they're doing their homework, and what current grade they have in class. So I really urge people to go to this. My little kitty's meowing. Um, to log into this class. So another resource here is the parent representative of our school, Miss Sarah Green. This is her email address, and you can also ask her questions about this information, like the parent portal. Here's a link for other resources. You would have to click on. You would have to copy these down, but you can always pause the video and then just take these down. Okay. We have other addresses. The school coordinator for community is Ms. Grijalba, and counseling office has their own online webpage that students can go to. It should be a link on the school's website as well, so students can talk to their counselors, or they can just call the school. So let me talk about the class now, and so yearbook journalism. This class is obviously the class students use to create our yearbook. This is going to be a slightly different class this year because we don't have a typical year. And so we're still kind of a wait and see on what we're going to be able to do and what we won't be able to do. Um, but yeah, so we're kind of like deciding as we go along. Some previous student work, as you know, the yearbook typically sells for around $45. It can change and it depends on how long students take to buy it. If they pre-order it, it's usually cheaper. But these are some samples from previous student years. And so students really love to have this as a memory. And especially in these times where they're not meeting each other, this could be a more precious memory for them to have. Even to have pictures of them when they're babies and that kind of thing. That's just to remember themselves when they were young. So they'll have a memory that they'll value more later on. So very basic learning expectations I have for the class is that students, these are my expectations, but I just want to go over them too. I got to remind my students, and hopefully with your support, students should get rid of distractions when they're at home learning. So I know it's difficult, but they really have to try to be in a room that's quiet with no TV in the background, not having a video game kind of paused in the background or on the side. If not, definitely not time to do your makeup or your hair or be on your phone chatting with friends. And even eating breakfast sometimes can be problematic, so hopefully not too much of that while we're in class. They definitely should be on time. As I pointed out, class starts at 9 for yearbook. So sometimes I have kids running in like around 9:05, and so we're waiting and sometimes we can't start. So definitely be on time. Um, I ask my students to have their cameras on, so I want to remind, and maybe hopefully you can also tell them that it's a ways to shows me that if their cameras on, that the students are paying attention, that they're actively listening and focused on the lesson. I tell my students to keep their cameras on as much as possible. My cat is sorry about that. I also tell my kids to send me messages. They're definitely already all signed up to communicate with me when they're not in class. So if they have questions, they send me messages via an app called Remind. And I've already given this information to them. But that way you know that they can actually send me a direct message in my phone and I can receive it. If they don't know something about an assignment or they have a question, they can talk to me. This is a few more URLs, a few more information about our school. But that's basically the end of this presentation. Remember, you can reach me in this email address if you have questions or if you'd like to get in touch with me to have a meeting one-on-one. So don't hesitate to send me an email. And, well, I'll see you all later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.